Alright guys, welcome back. We are here today at Back to Magic in Bielefeld, where I will now record my first deck profile since I've made 17 plays at the Heilige Drei Könige tournament. Over the weekend, it's not the best finish ever. We also have from our team Daniel, who made a second place, which you will also see a deck profile of on the channel. It should already be up, so you should see mine on the day afterwards. I played Maliss, a budget version of Maliss, and this is what I want to show you today. So we are playing a budget because we will see this in a second. We are obviously playing when it comes to engine 3 Dormouse and then 3 times the White Rabbit, this being the best opener and this then the second best. 2 Chessy Cats. I also played a lot of 3 Chessy Cats, which is also very nice. You can definitely go for free if you open the Chessy Cat and any other Maliss name. It's just insane. And then obviously triple Field Spell, which would be the 4th best opener behind the Gold Sarcophagus. 1 of each of the traps. All of them are great. And then I am playing the Kashtira package here. A little one with only 2 unicorns. You can definitely go ahead and play 3. I was playing the Sky Striker variant, but the problem with the Sky Striker variant, at least for me, is that it's, in my opinion, way more complicated. And if we are playing a lot of rounds, then it's super mentally draining to always have to think about which plays you can do with your Sky Striker package, and the Kashtira engine is just a bit easier, which is why I went for the Kashtira package, even though I think Sky Striker is the better one. Then we are playing Bestials, of course. Me as a broke guy, I only have 1 Druid Worm, which this Baldric would definitely be another Druid Worm just to out the Detonator, but he's also nice. The Baldric can definitely in other situations be better than the Druid Worm, since you can just summon him and then have him as interruption if you can't remove the Druid Worm off the field and trigger its effect. We have 1 Dotscaper just because he's so cool. I always cite this outgoing second, since you can also send any of the other names. Sometimes I forget this and then it's a bit bad, but don't forget this, cite him out. But for going first, he's nice. And then for non-engine, we are playing triple Ash Blossom just to be able to Ash Blossom all of the Mulch armies. And yeah, a lot of other stuff in different decks. It's just a good hand trap. We have triple Imperm because I think Imperm is just insane. I really like the card. Against Maliss, it's not that great. We are siding this out. I'm just keeping 1 for the crosser, but you will see this in a second here. We are playing triple Nibiru, which is definitely great against Maliss, which I faced a lot over the weekend. It's also nice against Ryziel, Fiendsmith Ryziel, not that great, and not as great as against Maliss, for example, and also good against a lot of other decks. Also, I can cross out or keep 1 in to be able to cross out it. Then we have the books just for the Fiendsmith, Ryziel Fiendsmith matchup for their field in order to break it. And then I'm playing 3, obviously, triple Tactic Talents. What can I couldn't do it without them, obviously. We're playing the talents here. To break the board or to maybe look at the hand. I like to look at the hand always, and then if, for example, my opponent Artifact Lanciers me, I go look at the hand and then rip their starter, and then we can maybe play another turn. And obviously, now that I see it, we also have the Terraforming, which is the 4th field spell. You definitely want to have this. And the 3rd best opener in the deck, the Gold Sarcophagus, and this is the main deck's 40 cards clean. And then for, I have to collect everything here, the extra deck, which is pretty standard, I would say. I'll just do it like this. For the extra deck, we all have all the Maliss names at 1. You need every one of them, but you don't need more than 1. So this is quite standard. We are playing 1 Link Decoder. Also playing the Linguri, which is actually super nice when playing into a board, especially into a Maliss board, where you can then basically negate the trap. It's a bit tricky since you want to use him as a body, but you need to keep him in order to be a trap negate, so this sometimes is a problem. The Link Spider, if you get Nibiru to make a Cybers, and then if you have any other Cybers, you can go Splash Mage, then you can go into White Binder, which is nice. Obviously, the Access Code Talker, this is insane. I don't think I need to explain this. The 2 guys that can climb up, the Lizardos and the Splash Mage, using another body to go into one of the Link 3s. Very important, but a weak point in the deck. If they get destroyed and the body comes back, then you can't go Link 3. And then for the end board, we have the, how's the guy called? Tempest Terahertz, you know how he's called. And the Firewall Dragon, which is, you can sometimes just end on the Firewall Dragon and then with the trap resummon the White Binder under the dragon, and then you also have a bounce on the opponent's turn. 1 Cybers Deva is Wurm for the Spell Trap Negate. Then we have an SP, which is super nice in extending plays. the pack bit to send on the opponent's turn with the Terahertz. And then here's an IP Masquerina, which I think is very nice in the Kashtira variant of the deck. In the Sky Striker variant, I did not play the IP Masquerina. It definitely did not came up as often as I would have liked, but it came up. And for the side deck, we are playing triple Lancia for the mirror match. In the mirror match, I'm also always going for triple crossouts, which is what I always cite in going first, and then one Lancia, which I always draw together. I always draw the crossout and the Lancia together. It's just crazy. But this comes in against Maliss all the time, going first or second. Then I am playing Shifter, just because it's super nice, especially against Ryzel and Ryzel Fiendsmith. If you just Shifter on your first turn, you are first, you Shifter, then you pass over to them. And if you can end up on your Maliss boss monster on the Hearts of Cryptor here, then the cool thing is you can pretty easily get the Banish Trap and the Hearts of Cryptor, and then you can just banish the Ice Ryzel and the body is summoned by the Ice Ryzel, one with the Cryptor, one with the Trap, and then they have no further place. There's not a single card in a Fiendsmith Ryzel deck or in a Ryzel deck that can then be on the field. So this is the end of the turn. This always works, and it's pretty easy to get to, so you can start with your Shifter. One Aggregator, Metallurgic Aggregator, just because I also play the triple Ultimate Slayers here. They come in against Ryzel as well. They conflict a bit with the Dimension Shifter, but in my head I'm like, okay, I probably won't draw Dimension Shifter and the Ultimate Slayer. I just want to have more for the Ryzel matchup. I would definitely go for Fuwa losses, which is why this is a budget list. And then maybe, I don't know, I'm not quite sure what I would put out there, honestly. Maybe these two offs here, the Called by for Fuwa losses, and then one Ghost Bell just because I have one space left. And that's also quite nice in the Maliss matchup and in a few other ones. Yeah, this is the budget list. As I already said, Fuwa loss would be nice, but I was very happy and obviously it performed quite well.